Ever feel like life's a storm you can't escape? Social media hate, endless work stress, or that gnawing sense of being lost? It hits hard. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, faced betrayal and war yet stayed unshaken, using Stoicism to find peace. What if you could do the same? In this video we'll uncover 5 Stoic principles to conquer chaos, tame your emotions and find calm no matter what. Hit subscribe, try one Stoic trick in the next 24 hours, and join our community to live stronger, because true peace starts within. 1. Focus on what you can control. Life's a battlefield, and sometimes the enemy isn't a person yelling at you in traffic or a coworker stealing your thunder. It's the chaos inside your head. Epictetus, a Stoic who endured slavery, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." I've been there, staring down a health scare, the kind that makes your heart race and your future feel like a storm cloud. You can't control the diagnosis, the economy, or the loss of someone you love. But you can control your next step. That's Stoicism's first principle. Focus on what's yours to command. Think of your mind as a fortress. The world throws arrows, disrespect, failure, grief, but you decide which ones get through. When I lost my job a few years back, I wanted to scream at the unfairness. Instead, I leaned on what General Patton once said, "Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom." I couldn't control the layoff, but I could control my mornings, studying, networking, rebuilding. Ask yourself, when life hits, what's in your hands? Your words? Your effort? Your ability to walk away from a fight not worth winning? Here's how to do it. When the world feels like it's burning down, maybe your boss dismisses you or a friend betrays you, stop. Take a breath. Name 3 things you control right now. Your tone. Your focus. Your choice to let it go. I knew a veteran who, after losing his leg, used this to rebuild his life. He'd say, "I can't grow my leg back, but I can choose to show up every day." That's power. That's freedom. Ryan Holiday, a modern Stoic, puts it like this: the obstacle is the way. Every challenge is a chance to practice this. So, what's your obstacle today, and what's the one thing you can control to face it? 2. Practice indifference to external negativity. Life's like a storm sometimes, and negativity from others, those cutting remarks, those judgmental glares, can feel like gale-force winds trying to knock you down. Seneca, the Stoic who faced exile, said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." I learned this the hard way when I lost my mom. People said thoughtless things like, "You'll get over it." It stung, but Stoicism taught me to let their words slide off like rain on a windshield. Their negativity? It's their burden, not mine. Practicing indifference doesn't mean you're cold, it means you're a mountain, unshaken by the noise below. When I got passed over for a promotion, the gossip hurt more than the rejection. But I remembered what Admiral William McRaven said, "You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails." Their opinions don't define your worth. Ask yourself, does this negativity change who I am? Does it rewrite my purpose? No. So why let it steal your peace? Here's how to do it. When someone's words or actions hit you, maybe a friend's betrayal or a stranger's online jab, picture their negativity as a cloud passing over your sky. It's there, then it's gone. Try this. Write down the hurtful moment, then burn the paper or tear it up. It's a signal to your brain. This doesn't own me. Psychologist Carol Dweck talks about the growth mindset. Use criticism as fuel to grow, not a weight to carry. What's the last negative comment that stuck with you? Can you let it pass like a cloud today? 3. Reframe the situation. Life's like a wildfire. Sometimes it burns hot with insults, failures, or betrayals. But Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who faced wars and betrayal, said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." I learned this when my business tanked. Clients bailed, and one sent a scathing email blaming me. My first thought? I'm a failure. But Stoicism taught me to reframe it. That email wasn't about my worth, it was their fear talking. Reframing is like turning a storm into a breeze you can handle. When my brother lashed out after our dad passed, I could have taken it as a personal attack. Instead, I saw his pain, grief wearing anger's mask. Reframing isn't about excusing bad behavior, it's about choosing a lens that keeps you steady. As Oprah Winfrey once said, challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. So, when someone cuts you down, maybe a friend ghosts you or a doctor delivers bad news, ask, what's driving this? Are they scared, stressed, or lost? How can you see this as a chance to grow stronger? Here's how to do it. When life stings, grab a pen. Write 3 alternative stories for what's happening. Maybe your boss's harsh words come from their own pressure, not your performance. Maybe that diagnosis is a call to prioritize what matters. This isn't wishful thinking, it's training your mind to find opportunity in pain. Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL, says, "Discipline equals freedom. Discipline your perspective, and you're free from the weight of others' actions." What's one moment in your life you could reframe right now to find peace or purpose? 4. Cultivate self-discipline. Life's a forge, and every challenge, grief, failure, or a cutting remark tests your mettle. Epictetus, once a slave yet freer than most, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Self-discipline is that hammer shaping you into someone who doesn't crack under pressure. I learned this when my wife's cancer diagnosis hit. My gut screamed to rage at the unfairness, to drown in worry. But Stoicism taught me, control your actions, not the chaos. Discipline isn't about being a robot, it's about choosing who you are when the world pushes back. When I got laid off, the sting of colleagues' gossip burned. My instinct was to fire back, to defend my pride. But discipline meant pausing, breathing, and redirecting that energy to my next move. As Elon Musk puts it, if things are not failing, you're not innovating enough. Failure tests your discipline. Will you spiral or build? Ask yourself, what's one choice you can make today to prove you're stronger than your setbacks? That's where freedom lies, not in winning every battle but in mastering your response. Here's how to start. Pick one small act of discipline daily. 5 minutes of meditation. A gratitude list before bed. Or just count to 10 when anger flares. I knew a Marine who, after losing his squad mate, started running daily to honor him. It wasn't about the miles, it was about owning his pain, not letting it own him. Angela Duckworth, the grit expert, says discipline is doing what you must even when you don't feel like it. What's one small step you can take today to forge your inner strength? How will you show up when life's forge heats up? 5. Embrace a more fatty love of fate. Life's like a river, it carves its path, sometimes gentle, sometimes brutal, and you can't stop its flow. Marcus Aurelius, who led an empire through plague and war, wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." A more fatty love of fate means embracing every moment, even the gut punch of loss or failure, as fuel for growth. When my father died, I wanted to curse the world. But Stoicism showed me, this pain is my teacher. It's not about liking the hurt, it's about loving what it can forge in you. When I got fired, the rejection felt like a blade. Colleagues' cold shoulders, the silence of my inbox, it stung. But a more fatty taught me to see it as a forge, not a fire to burn me down. As Steve Jobs once said, getting fired was the best thing that could have happened to me. It forced me to rebuild, to create. Every setback, illness, heartbreak, or being dismissed, is a chance to ask, what can this teach me? How can this shape me into someone stronger, wiser? Embrace it and you turn fate's blows into your own chisel. Here's how to live it. When life hits hard, maybe a diagnosis, a betrayal, or a dream that crumbles, pause and whisper, "This is my forge." It's a reminder that every trial shapes you if you let it. Try this. Each morning write one sentence about a challenge you faced, then add, "This will make me stronger because..." I knew a nurse who, after losing a patient, started saying this daily. It didn't erase the pain, but it gave her purpose. Brené Brown talks about embracing vulnerability as courage. What's your forge right now? How will you let it shape your soul? Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom, it's your shield against life's chaos. Take charge of your mind, let go of what you can't control, and embrace every challenge as a chance to grow. Start today, pick one Stoic principle, apply it, and see the difference. Like, subscribe, and share your story in the comments. Let's build a community of resilience. Join us next week for more ways to live stronger.